folks, everybody, hold your horses. We have a very rare sight. We have a docile Miami Dolphins fan, Brendan Tobin. Let's observe him as he watches the screen. What a magnificent sight. 1-0, a rare sight in Miami. How does it feel, Brendan Tobin?
Feels pretty good. I got to be honest with you, because anytime you beat the Patriots, it feels good. I love making Boston sad. It's I think something you and I can both agree on.
I can agree on that. I was doing my nature documentary voice to mock you, but I'm honestly pretty happy you guys beat the Pats. I'm 1-0 too. Birds are 1-0.
I saw that. You guys look like you had an exciting day out there with the fighting man Campbells.
We almost lost the late lead like the Eagles like to do. But our bet, Tua versus Hurts, you're winning right now. I think he has one touchdown, right?
One touchdown to they went for it on fourth down right at the end of the half, and that was his lone TD of the day.
I got 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, so you're up by 1. Anyways, we'll recap that later. UFC Vegas 60 coming up this week. Cory Sandhagen versus Song Yadong. Pretty exciting card. There's like 14 fights, a lot of bangers. Interesting card too, because this is our last card before an off week, and then Mackenzie Dern and Xiao Yonan, and then an off week, and then Alexa Grasso versus, I'm not sure, I don't remember who she fights, but we have like a great card this week and then 4 weeks of pretty lackluster MMA. So I'm hoping the boys can deliver this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. Seeing that schedule ahead, I'm glad that for my side, I know you're not a big boxing guy. I'm glad there's some nice boxing matches in between, but it's a pretty lean October up until the pay-per-view.
Yeah, man. Rough card. Luckily, I'm getting married, so that's the.
Congrats, dude. What day?
Thanks,
when is that happening?
October 1st. I'm missing my girl Mackenzie Dern for my fiance.
Understandable.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not going to complain. It'll be a good night. So yeah, let's start at the bottom of this UFC 60 Vegas 60 card. Couple plays I like here. A few dogs. Starting with Cameron Van Camp going up against Nicholas Mata. Cameron Van Camp right now plus 175 against Mata's 205. Van Camp had a very tough UFC debut. We actually talked about this when Andre Fiallo was going to fight Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
Van Camp went up against Fiallo. Horrible UFC debut for anyone. But Van Camp still had his moments, man. He really stood his own on the feet, showed he had a durable chin until it just was too much. He even cracked Fiallo early in the first round. I like him here at the dog odds. He has a 4-inch height and reach advantage. He has 9 submissions and great grappling. Like I just don't see where Mata's going to win this fight. He's a smaller guy. He has some good crisp striking, but Van Camp's power and reach is going to be too much. If it goes to the ground, Mata's getting subbed, man.
Yeah, Mata just got put away by Jim Miller.
Yeah, he gassed late.
100 years old. Like, yeah, I mean that's good value for that. I agree with you.
Hope so. I don't know. I mean, this is a fight where it's 2 guys in their second UFC fight, so I wouldn't put too much money on anything, but I think at plus 175, tempting dog odds. So the next fight here, Jillian Roberson, one of my favorite women's fighters, coming in as a minus 145 favorite against Maria Agapova. Agapova came into the UFC as a hot prospect. Everyone thought she was going to be the next big thing. And then in the UFC, she's been very lackluster. Jillian Roberson, however, fighting top competition throughout her entire career, proves that if it goes to the ground, you will most likely get subbed. Agapova, we've seen her struggle on the ground throughout her career. She lost once by submission, once to ground and pound. She only has 3 losses. So 66% chance if she loses, it'll be on the ground. And Roberson really increases those odds. I just think the level of experience, Jillian's technical striking, and obviously her ground game, too much for Agapova, who has struggled in UFC so far.
Yeah, I'm a big Jillian fan too. And she trained for a long time at ATT, which is such a great women's stable. So she does have that good experience. I'm honestly surprised she's, not had more of a consistent career. Like she does have these up and down moments for her. But, if you do have somebody who is susceptible to those submissions, that is, her bread and butter, that is her playground and where, she really, really, really thrives. But, I had really high hopes for her too. I'm with you. Like I'm a big fan. I thought that, this is somebody who was going to be a serious contender at one point, just really hasn't clicked and put it all together.
Yeah, and I mean, the fights we have seen her struggle against, it was against opponents who could hold their own against the ground. I just don't think Agapova is going to be able to do that. I think the Jillian sub prop, it's not out yet. I assume if she's a minus 145 favorite, Jillian by sub will be like plus 120 range, maybe. Definitely worth a shot, in my opinion. I think that's how the fight ends. Okay, so next fight here. one of my favorite Pennsylvania boys. We had a lot of Pennsylvania boys on this card. Bill Algio coming in at a underdog, plus 100, barely, but still dog odds against Andre Feely, who's a minus 120. I actually haven't checked the odds this morning. This is from my notes last night. I have a feeling Algio's not going to be an underdog here long. There's no reason he should be. We've seen Algio have insane, just absolutely insane cardio and endurance. Like, dude does not get tired. He can throw sloppy punches for 15 minutes straight. He's fine. Very, very relentless pace. He doesn't stop throwing punches. He caters to judges' styles. He wins rounds. And then obviously the Algio MMA and King of Prussia, great jiu-jitsu. We've seen him light people up on the mat, including Herbert Burns his last time out. Andre Feely won 3-1 in his last 5. Just got brutally knocked out to Brito. He really settles on his back, too, when he gets on the ground. I think he's going to lose a lot of time in this fight. I don't think the judges are going to like it. Algio all day.
Was that the fight where Herbert Burns was just like, he got yelled at by his brother that he was that exhausted?
Yeah, he just quit.
That was crazy. I remember that matchup. That was a wild one. Algio is still slight dog as of right now, but you said it's like very close to where it could flip. He's plus 102 right now. Feely minus 130 as of Wednesday morning. But yeah, like that was wild watching him against Herbert Burns, where Herbert's just like, they're begging him to basically get through the fight. You got a little MMA math too with Brito because he's beating him where Feely's lost to him. So if you buy into that, but Feely, I mean, like, do Feely's kind of been in there with the who's who top competition. Do you worry about that at all of step up just because of he's got the experience, or do you think that Algio's just got enough that they're just at 2 different points of their career?
Yeah, I truthfully think Algio is going to be just too much all around. And it's not like Algio's competition level has been complete cans. Like, he just beat up Little Burns. Before that, he beat up Jonathan Brito. Brito is like a fantastic MMA fighter. Obviously, he knocked out Feely, but before that, he was like one of the hottest prospects in the UFC until Algio shut him up. He stopped the hype. So yeah, man, Algio train all day, dude. I don't think Feely's experience is going to help him here.
Did they ever find out, did like Herbert Burns have an injury on that, or was that just strictly fatigue?
They never released any like official diagnosis, but yeah, they said his knee was messed up or whatever they said. So I don't know.
That's wild. I remember watching him fight a Titan down here.
Who? Low Burns?
Lil Burns, yeah. Lil Burns. I remember I was like, oh, I was excited when he made it to the big show. Obviously, everybody knows his brother's a killer. But that was such a wild thing to see. Not as wild as, seeing, Nate Diaz take breaks during every single round this past weekend, which get the dub with the old timers fight, but it was up there.
Yeah, we didn't talk 279 at all, but holy crap, man, that card was nonsense from press conference to weigh-ins to finish.
Dude, I don't know. It was like, I think it definitely probably brought a lot of intrigue with all of the shuffling. I know that like a lot of my friends who aren't like fight to fight guys like we are, I think that they were more intrigued because of the chaos. So I think in a weird way, it definitely brought the promotion more attention. Yeah. But I just thought the fight cards were terrible. It was not exciting. I thought Lee got screwed.
Yeah, Lee got screwed.
Hamzat versus Kevin Holland. It was just a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
And then Tony's done. That's just that with him. And that fight would just look like two guys who were just old and slow.
Dude, yeah, that was a weird fight. Tony was just turning his back to Nate. Nate was doing his whole like, I'm put my hands down, walk away from you thing way too many times. It was a weird night of fights. I won some money in. Okay.
Yeah, the only good thing is that Nate comes out a winner. Like as far as like storyline, wise, good. You know what? He deserves that more than getting crushed by Hamzat, which is great for him. Like that's the cool storyline. I think. But as far as the fight quality, how did you do that night?
I did pretty good on bets. I would have went like 7 for 7 if Jake Collier wouldn't have did whatever he did against Chris Barnett, which was awesome to watch. But no, we came out positive. It was good to see Nate Diaz kind of ride away into the sunset as much as Nate Diaz can, Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's next for Nate. I don't know if he's going to go to another promotion or box Jake Paul or hopefully just retire and call it a freaking career because he's done enough. But we'll see.
Definitely boxing Jake Paul.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, he probably will. Well, Jake Paul's going to knock out Anderson Silva. I'm publicly putting that into this video. I already put that money down, so cash that early, folks. Sad but true.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Anderson might be the guy that gets him.
Dude, I hope so. I don't know, man. I'm done betting
He's
against
old.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, he's old. I get it. He's old. I don't think they take the fight if they don't think that he can. If they don't think he can win. But Anderson wanted to box Roy Jones for the longest time. Like I think that this is something he really has cared about for a while. But he's 47 is 47.
Well, it's probably the most exciting MMA event or combat sports event in October. So looking forward to that. Let's get back to UFC Vegas 60, talking the main event here. Cory Sandhagen's coming in as a -190 favorite against Song Yadong +160. I'm a big Sandhagen fan, have been throughout his whole career. I think he's a perfect point fighter, perfect 5-round fighter, especially for the bantamweight division. But boy, oh boy, I like Song Yadong more. 8-1-1 in the UFC, best boxing in the bantamweight division, most power in the bantamweight division, insane durability and cardio behind that. He's not someone who's going to go throw 30 bombs in the first minute and gas out. He's going to throw 30 bombs in the first minute and follow it up with another 30 bombs in the second minute. Song Yadong's dangerous. He's going to really close that distance. I think he's going to get inside the pocket against Sandhagen, beat him up. I think he might even finish him. He's got enough good takedown defense to stop Sandhagen. And if this goes to decision, I just think the output and power of Song's going to sway it his way.
Wow. That's ballsy on your part.
It's bold.
I mean, it is bold. It is bold because I honestly think Sandhagen's championship quality. Like I love him just like you do. And he's so versatile. He's got so many tricks in his bag. When you mentioned about Song's cardio, this being a main event fight, like this is always a question of guys who don't do a ton. He did one way back in the day, a 5-rounder, but mostly let's just say his UFC career has never been 5 rounds.
Sure.
Knowing that you're confident in his cardio, are you confident in 5-round cardio? Because we know that Cory can handle it.
I can't say I am sure it's going to happen. I can't say in the 4th or 5th round he's going to look great because we haven't seen Song there. You just said that. But yeah, I'm confident that his training, that him as a fighter, that he's going to be prepared enough. I mean, we've never seen him gas in 3 rounds. We've only seen him kind of get stronger. I don't even know if, just off the top of my head, if we've ever even seen him like dwindle in the 3rd round. So yeah, I'm confident we can get 3 or 4 really good rounds out of Song. Maybe the 5th round, he cruises a little bit. I also could be completely wrong. +160 play. I'm not throwing a lot of money on it, but I totally think Yadong gets it, man.
Well, the thing that's also interesting is with Sandhagen, you're going, it's always interesting when you're like kind of taking that step back. Cause like his last couple of fights have basically been get a shot at the title or been for an interim title. Like now you're back kind of trying to fight your way back into this thing in a really packed division. So that's always interesting on like what motivation factors are on guys too. But he just impressed me so much with his creativity, and so I do think that if it does get into a slugfest, I mean, Yadong's got to be careful because you never know what this dude's going to pull out. Like it could be a flying knee, it could be a wheel kick, it could be whatever. And I think that that's always a dangerous thing, but he's young, Yadong's durable. He's only 24 years old. He hasn't taken those shots yet. So he's a crazy person and, might be able to handle all of these things just fine.
And China needs a new star too. I mean, I'm not saying Weili's done, especially because she's probably going to get that belt back, but China's a very, very big country with a lot of fight fans. They are itching for another big star. I'm hoping Song Yadong is their boy, but we'll see, man. Like you said, Sandhagen is extremely good. This isn't a fight I'm going to be sitting on my couch like, let's watch.
Yeah, it feels impossible not to be an awesome fight. Like that entire division is just so good. I love 135. Any matchup they can make there, it feels like it's impossible for it not to be good.
Dude, and they keep signing contender series fighters at 135 too. I think they've signed 8 of them this year. That division is stacked. That's my division too, so I'm staying away from that.
When aren't you debuting next year?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
You're gonna get married, and then she's gonna say no.
Nah, she wants me to. She's like, you need to go fight someone. You need to stop hitting the bag and asking me to grapple. I'm like, I know you're right. So we'll see. So I mean that's it for my plays. Really, I have one more parlay I want to talk about super quick before you get out of here. But Cameron Van Camp +175, Jillian Roberson -145, Bill Algio +100. I'm thinking maybe Song Yadong, you're against it. So I don't know. Maybe don't touch that one, peeps. We'll watch that line.
It's a good fight. Like it's something I appreciate your boldness on it. Like this is the thing with this division. And I do think that, you're getting the value on him there, which is, I think that people are looking at Sandhagen. They think like we think, like I think that this guy is, maybe the best fighter in the division. He just doesn't have the belt, but Yadong is up and coming. You're talking about a guy who's, still in his early 20s. So they maybe just haven't been introduced to him on that stage, the main event for him. So these are the types of fights where you don't know it until you know it. And this could be his in a way, his big coming out party to everybody.
Yeah, I hope so. But fight of the night regardless, man. One of the best scraps you can make at bantamweight. So as I said, I do have a parlay I want to throw at you. You might roll your eyes and scoff or do whatever you're going to do, but I'm going to call it the Philly parlay because we got 2 Daniel Gracie BJJ guys.
Yeah, you're right. I already hate it. I hate it.
Well, it's going to cash, so you may as well follow it. Give yourself some heart insurance, okay? While the Philly boys win, you'll at least be a little bit happy. Joe Pifer making his UFC debut against Alan Amedovski. Joe Pifer came off of Contender Series. Kid's a freak. One of the best guys in BJJ gym, or Daniel Gracie BJJ gym. Hot UFC career. He's minus 425 right now. You pair him with the other BJJ guy from Philly, Pat Sabatini. That's a minus 109 parlay. Sabatini's going up against Damon Jackson. That's a good fight. That's a scrap right there. 2 dogs going at it, but Sabatini's so much better on the mat, better standing up. Damon Jackson's very good at getting sloppy, making it a brawl and clipping his opponents like that. But I think Sabatini's going to wear Jackson down. As far as Joe Pifer goes, the power's there, the grappling's there, the height and reach is there. He's going to smoke Amedovski. So love that Philly parlay.
Yeah, well, listen, you should have at least some Philly parlay that works out for you because Lord knows it won't when the NBA season starts.
I didn't even hear you say that, so move on. Oh, man. One more thing about this parlay, though. Daniel Gracie, BJJ. I'm just hyping up my boys. They're 15-0 in the UFC between Jeremiah Wells, Pat Sabatini, Andre Petrosky, and everybody's favorite Sean Brady. But, they're going to be 17-0 after this weekend, adding Joe Pifer to that list, and then Sean Brady fights again.
Brady's is he on the Oliveira card?
He's on, it's 280. That's the one in Abu Dhabi. That's
Oliveira versus Islam.
Fire card.
That's a good card.
Oh, that's the next pay-per-view.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's I guess your boy Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul is the second best combat sports event then in October because that's a great card. But yeah, man, that's what I got for UFC Vegas 60. Anything you'd like to add there? Any bets you like, or you just rolling with me as usual? Because I'm the GOAT.
I'll roll with you. I'm skeptical on Yadong, but you know what? I think you make some good points, and I like your confidence in it.
Confidence wins them over. It's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. Confidence kills. Yeah, BT, go get out of here, man. I know you're interviewing Mr. Dustin Poirier's coach, so tell him to make sure Dustin kicks Chandler's ass so my bet hits, all right?
I will certainly do that.
All right, thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Yep.